In compliance with Chapter 231 of the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice has been given to all members of the governing body, the local source, and the Westfield Leader, the two newspapers designated to receive such notice. This notice is also posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board and also on our website. Let's stand for an invocation from Councilwoman Pacifico.
Dear God, thank you for bringing us together as a community tonight. We ask that you continue to protect our community, policemen, firemen, rescue squad, friends, and family. In our prayers, we ask for your welcoming for the 10 victims of Buffalo, New York mass shooting. We pray for healing for their families and peace for all. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Martha, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Andre is absent. Councilman Dierkes is absent. Councilman Matijak.
Here.
Councilman Messler.
Here.
Councilwoman Pacifico.
Here.
Councilwoman Pater.
Here.
Okay, so first we have the approval of the regular session meeting on April 19th, 2022. We have a motion for approval?
So moved.
So, second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council.
Councilman Matijak.
Yes.
Councilman Messler.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater.
Yes.
Okay, next we have the approval of the minutes for the work session meeting of May 3rd, 2022.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Matijak.
Yes.
Councilman Messler.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater.
Yes.
Okay, so tonight we have a proclamation for our JV girls softball team up at Governor Livingston.
Basketball.
Basketball, really? I thought tonight was the, oh, excuse me. This is for the JV girls basketball. I saw Zach, I figured he's softball, right? He does everything up there these days, right? No? Okay, my apologies, okay? But you have done a splendid job at basketball. Very, very good job. Okay, so I'm going to read the resolution of commendation. Whereas Governor Livingston sponsors a basketball program to provide kids with the opportunity to improve their skills and performance in competition with others. Whereas the 2021-2022 JV girls basketball team was comprised of freshmen and sophomores. And whereas the team finished with a victory over Westfield in the Union County Championship, thus bringing their season record to 16-1. Was that the first time we ever won the Union County JV team?
Won it a couple, I think Coach Ritter's won it a couple years back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that Governor Livingston JV girls basketball team and its coaches are hereby commended for their achievements. We have the coach is Rob Ritter, the next coach is Zach Warswick, the team manager is Charlotte Kang, and then we have Sophia Erickson, Ava Feinberg, Christina Ayaso, Chelsea Kiesweather, Carolyn Donahue, Emily Schmidt, Carolyn Chaturko, Gillian Abbey, Colleen, am I saying that right? No? I'm sorry. Whose name did I butcher? Gillian? No.
Jillian.
Jillian, excuse me. You can correct me, it's fine. They do it all the time up here, so you don't have to worry. So it is Gillian.
Julian.
See, I'm a thick-headed too, it takes me some time. I'm not gonna say it again, because I'll play screw it up. Colleen Sheehan and Olivia Correa. Let's give them a big round of applause. Girls, why don't you come up, you can get a certificate, take a picture. Okay, why don't you take the rest of these? Why don't you guys come over here and get a picture?
Paul, get in there.
Smile, you want to be there?
Well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We don't make you stay for the rest of the meeting if you don't want to, but you can if you want to, but we wouldn't be insulted if you didn't, okay? Okay, so next we have ordinance, it's ordinance 1312, 2022, and it's a second reading, so there will be a public, there will be a public portion of this, so I can read this. Okay, this is an ordinance that will establish a cap bank, whereas the Borough of Mountainside, County of Union hereby determines that there's a difference in the amount of $95,221.79 that is not appropriated as part of the final budget and shall be retained as an exception to the final appropriations in either of the next 2 years. Now, therefore, that any amount authorized herein above that that is not appropriated as part of the final budget shall be retained as an exception to final appropriations in either of the next 2 years. Be it further ordained that a certified copy of this ordinance as introduced be filed with the Director of the Division of Local Government Services within 5 days of introductions. Be it further ordained that a certified copy of the ordinance upon adoption with the recorded vote included thereon be filed with the Director within 5 days after such adoption. So at this point, we're going to open it up to the public.
Any public? No, I see no public.
Why don't you move to close it? All in favor of closing public, say aye.
Aye.
Public is closed. Now we need a motion and a second for the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, so next we are going to have the 2022 municipal budget hearing. Okay? I went through the last time at the meeting last month, some plus and minuses. All of these are available for anyone to get all these specifics, so I'll just give you a summary. The budget increases, the operating budget increase was $172,452.71. The increase in anticipated revenues was $452.71. Okay, so the total amount of the increase in the budget is $172,000. Okay, what that means is that the amount that your budget, your municipal portion of your tax bill will go, just the municipal portion, it doesn't include the county or the Board of Education or the library, is on the average assessed house is $54.27. So I guess that now it's open to the public for anyone to ask any questions about the budget. Bob?
I see no public.
Move
So move to close it.
We need a second to
Second.
close. Okay, all in favor of closing, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now we need a motion to adopt the budget. Is that what we do next? Yes.
Yep. So moved.
We have a motion, we have a second. Okay, poll the council.
Hold on, I'm sorry. We have to first pass the EEOC, which is Resolution 67. That has to be done prior to
Oh, I
adopting the
see,
budget.
I'm out of order. Okay, thank you, Martha.
You're welcome.
Okay, so, with the assistance of our able clerk, we are now going to move to Resolution 67-2022, which is the resolution for the governing body's certification of compliance with the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, enforcement guidance on the consideration of arrest and conviction records in employment decisions under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act. Whereas the members of the governing body have familiarized themselves with the content of the above referenced enforcement guidance and their local unit hiring practice as they pertain to the consideration of an individual's criminal record as evidenced by a group affidavit, which is basically means we do criminal background checks on anyone that we hire. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside hereby states that it has complied with NJSA 40A:4-5 as amended by Public Law 2017, Section 183, by certifying that the local unit's hiring practice complies with the above referenced enforcement guidance, and hereby directs the clerk to cause to be maintained and available for inspection a certified copy of this resolution and required affidavit to show evidence of such compliance. I hereby certify that this is a true copy of the resolution passed at the meeting, and it will be signed by me, and it will also be signed by Martha. So we need a motion for that resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Do you have a second? Okay, poll the council.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, so now we get to adopt the budget. This is Resolution 68-2022. Rachel?
Yes, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside, County of Union, that the budget herein before set forth is hereby adopted and shall constitute an appropriation for the purposes of the sums therein as set forth as appropriation and authorization in an amount of $9,236,481.32 for municipal purposes. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Please poll the council.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
I want to thank Jill and the rest of our staff, and Glenn especially, and Martha for the hard work that we did on the municipal budget. They always do a great job and give me the support that I need and help me to make some policy decisions so that we can, maintain at least the municipal portion of the tax levy at a reasonable increase. And I believe that $54.27 certainly meets that goal. So I want to thank them. They did a fantastic job. Thank you. Okay, so next we have Resolution 69-2022. Steve, you want to take that, please?
Sure. Resolution 69, 2022, resolution of the Borough of Mountainside in the County of Union, New Jersey, covenanting to comply with the provisions of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended, applicable to the exclusion from gross income for federal income tax purposes of interest on obligation issued by the Borough of Mountainside, authorizing the mayor, borough clerk, chief financial officer, and other borough officials to take such actions as they deem necessary or advisable to effect such compliance, and designating a $5,085,000 bond anticipation note dated April 21st, 2022, and payable October 21st, 2022, as a qualified tax-exempt obligation pursuant to Section 265B3 of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986, as amended. So moved.
So we have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 70-2022. Donna?
Resolution 70-2022 is, it is for a refund for Sue Tracy at 1290 Knollwood Road, and it is for $127 for a pool membership. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 71-2022. That'd be you, Bob.
Yes. Whereas the construction official Jerry Eager requested the following refund, and now therefore be resolved that the treasurer be authorized to issue the following refund. Dexter Hubbard, 671 Andres Terrace, Union, New Jersey. Payment error for fire CO, $100 refund. So moved.
Second.
We got a motion, we got a second. Please poll the council.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 72-2022. Rachel?
Yes, this is for refund of tax overpayments, whereas the Borough of Mountainside needs to refund monies to interested parties for overpayment of current year taxes. Now therefore be it resolved that the treasurer be authorized to issue the following refund for the following reason. These are duplicate payments due to banks, CoreLogic for centralized refunds from the following lots. 123 Mountain View Drive in the amount of $3,084.95, 1342 Hidden Circle in the amount of $2,373, and 1000 Springfield Avenue in the amount of $2,136.34. So moved.
Second.
You have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 73-2022. Steve, you do that, please.
Resolution 73-2022, whereas in accordance with applicable provisions of the Public Contracts Law, the Borough advised for bids for contract 2022-2 for retaining wall improvements at Public Works Facility. And whereas on April 28th, 2022, the return date for the bids, 2 bids were received as follows. The bidders, one was Denbar Construction. The base bid was $80,602, with the alternate one, $15,280, alternate two, $44,400, alternate three, $8,000, alternate four, $18,200, alternate five, $5,000. And the second bidder was Tecon Construction. The base bid was $203,600. The alternate one was $39,310. Alternate two, $181,200. $181,000, 200. $17,400 for alternate three. Alternate four was $136,200, and alternate five was $5,000. Whereas the borough engineer recommends awarding the base bid alternates 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and whereas the lowest bidder is Denbar Construction Incorporated, and the borough engineer has recommended that contract 2022-2 be awarded to Denbar Construction Incorporated at 625B North Michigan Avenue, Kenilworth, New Jersey. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the contract for retaining wall improvements at Public Works Facility be awarded to Denbar Construction, 625B North Michigan Ave, Kenilworth, in the amount of $171,482. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and we got a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Resolution 74-2022 is going to be tabled because the individual is no longer available. to take the position. So we're going to move on to Resolution 75-2022, and Donna, that's for you.
Resolution 75-2022, approval to submit a grant application and execute a grant contract with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the 2022 Highway Safety Fund Project. 2022 Highway Safety Fund Project. Now, therefore, be resolved that the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside formally approves the grant application for the above stated project. Be it further resolved that the Mayor, Council, Police Chief, and have hereby authorized to submit an electronic grant application identified as HSF-2022 Mountainside Borough 00026 to the New Jersey Department of Transportation on behalf of the Borough of Mountainside. Be it further solved that the Mayor, Council, and Police Chief are hereby authorized to sign the grant agreement on behalf of the Borough of Mountainside, and that their signature constitutes acceptance of the terms and conditions of the grant agreement and approves the execution of the grant agreement. So moved.
We have a motion, we have a second?
Second.
And just it's a correction, the second should be it further resolved. I think that was just a typo.
I know.
Okay, so poll the council, please.
Councilman Manager,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater.
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 76-2022. God bless you.
Yes.
Bob, that's
Yes,
for you.
Mayor, whereas the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside hereby acknowledges the requirement of additional primary costs for the scope and cost of the proposed undertaking. The purpose of the additional primary costs are engineering, appraisal, and related costs to establish the acquisition of Levi Quarry Park in the amount charges for the purpose of which bonds may be issued under Chapter 2 of Title 48. Now therefore be it resolved that the amount appropriated for additional preliminary costs shall not exceed $20,000, and the Chief Financial Officer is authorized to set up a reserve for preliminary expenses out of the Capital Improvement Fund of the General Capital Fund. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Manager,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater.
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 77-2022. Steve.
Resolution 77-2022, whereas in accordance with Chapter 72, PL 1994, the Borough of Mountainside has the authority to prepare and issue estimated tax bills, and whereas in order for the Borough of Mountainside to meet our financial obligations, maintain the tax collection rate, provide uniformity for tax payments, and save the unnecessary cost of interest expenses on borrowing, it would be in our best interest to do so. And whereas the tax collector and chief financial officer have reviewed and computed an estimated levy in accordance with NJSA 4-66.3, now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside on the 17th day of May 2022 as follows. The Borough of Mountainside tax collector is hereby authorized and directed to prepare and issue estimated bill for the Borough of Mountainside for the third quarter of 2022 taxes in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 4-66.2 in the event a tax rate is not certified timely. The entire estimated tax levy for 2022 is hereby set at $37,842,700.40. So moved.
Second.
Before we vote on that, do we even need that now? I thought the budget's in place. Do we need estimated
I
bills?
think she doesn't have the county number yet. That's what she's waiting for in order to move forward.
Okay, so if she does, though,
Right.
we can rescind this, or we don't need this?
Exactly.
Okay, so you'll check.
She usually gets it too late. but
Okay,
we'll
I
see.
thought I saw an email, though, this afternoon that she may have gotten this.
Okay,
Okay, so,
we'll see.
okay, well, let's pass it anyway. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Manager,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater.
Yes.
Okay, so next we have Resolution 78-2022. Bob, that's
Yes,
for you.
this authorization, the purchase of a 2022 Caterpillar 920 compact wheel loader for the Department of Public Works under the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement, co-op number 032119-COUT, in the amount not to exceed $178,000. Whereas the Director of Public Works recommends award of this contract to Foley Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $178,000. Whereas the Chief Financial Officer has certified funds in the amount of $178,000. Now therefore be resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that a contract for the purchase of a 2022 Caterpillar 920 front-end loader is hereby awarded to Foley Incorporated, 855 Centennial Avenue, Piscataway, New Jersey, under the Sourcewell Co-op grant agreement at a cost not to exceed $178,000. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hayden?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 79-2022. And Donna, that would be for you.
Resolution 79-2022, resolution appointing hearing officer under NJSA 40A:14-147. Whereas Sergeant Richard Lethargia is an employee of the Borough of Mountainside Police Department. Whereas Sergeant Lethargia has had disciplinary charges preferred against him by the Chief of Police. Whereas Sergeant Lethargia has requested a local hearing on the charges preferred in ordinance with NJSA 40A:14-147. Whereas under NJSA 40A:14-118, the Police Committee serves as the appropriate authority of the Mountainside Police Department. Whereas NJSA 40A:14-147 and NJSA 40A:14-148 provide for appropriate authorities to act as hearing officers to hear and decide disciplinary charges brought against members of the police department. Whereas the Police Committee has determined the appropriate to delegate its authority to hear and decide the charges to a third party for the purpose stated herein. Whereas the Borough of Mountainside has reviewed the background of Robert Berry, retired Chief of Police, to provide this service and has determined that hiring Chief Berry is the best interest of the borough. Now therefore be it resolved by Borough Council of the Borough of Mountainside as follows. Number one, the borough hereby appoints retired Police Chief Robert Berry, whose address is P.O. Box 47, South Boundbrook, New Jersey, 08880, as hearing officer to preside over the disciplinary hearing regarding Sergeant Lethargia, and who shall review the evidence and make a recommendation in writing at the conclusion of the hearing as to whether the charges are sustained and what penalty, if any, should be imposed by the committee. Number two, Chief Berry shall be compensated at the rate of $150 per hour plus expenses for the conduct of the hearing and time related thereto. The resolution shall be effective immediately. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hayden?
Yes.
Okay, next we have a motion to approve Sangrum Sanha to join the Junior Firemen's Auxiliary Program. We have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Next we have bills and claims.
Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that the following bills of the persons named and for the amounts stated below have been duly audited and found to be correct this 17th day of May 2022. The same be paid after council's review if and when funds are available, and that the mayor, council president, administrator, and treasurer are hereby authorized and directed to sign and deliver warrants for same in the amount of $227,200 $220.15. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, now we're down to council comments. Ladies?
I don't
Mayor.
have any.
No? Bob?
I don't have any
Yes,
tonight.
Just, we have this Saturday, May 21st, from 9 to 1, right out in front of the municipal building here between the First Aid Squad. We have Electronics Recycling Day. We've had 2 or 3 very successful events in the last few years. Both, each time bringing in about 15,000 pounds of recyclings for electronics recycling. All you need is pull up, the gentleman will remove them out of your car and put them in the correct bins. Acceptable items are TVs, monitors, computers, computer components, laptops, power cords, mice, not live mice, computer mice, speakers, routers, docking stations, modems, printers, fax machines, copiers, toners, Blu-ray players, DVD players, VCRs, cable boxes, telephones, cell phones, answering machines, gaming, cameras, remote controls, and typewriters. So pretty much anything electronics you can bring over, and we'll take it off your hands and put it to beneficial reuse. So please show up Saturday, 9 to 1.
Anyone else? I have a few. The Mountainside Rescue Squad is having their open house this Thursday, May 19th. It's from 6:30 to 9:30. There'll be ambulance tours, giveaway, food, and lots of fun. Please join them to help celebrate. As a fundraiser, they're selling reusable bags. Will be sold the evening of the open house. It's $5 for one, $8 for two. The money collected will go towards equipment and training. We have the infamous Walk with the Mayor scheduled for June 4th at 11 o'clock. We're going to meet at the Echo Lake Boathouse. You can register on Community Pass, or you can call Kim Moriak at 908-232-4406. It's always loads of fun. Also, just a reminder, pool memberships are still available. If you need any information, you can check the Recreation website, or you can call Recreation at 908-232-0015. The Mountainside is having a police academy this year. It's from 6/27
Youth.
to...
Youth, right?
Yeah.
Youth is the police academy, yeah.
I was just reading what I was told. We have a Mountainside Youth Police Academy from June 27th through July 1st. It's from 9 to 2. There are applications available at the Mountainside Police Department. The fee for the academy is $100. I also want to remind everyone that coming up in, I guess, about 2 weeks, we are going to have is Memorial Day. We will be having our Memorial Day service at the Veterans Memorial over at Constitution Plaza by the library. I'm proud to announce that we're also going to have, for the first time in 2 years, our Memorial Day Parade. They're working on a band. Due to COVID, they're having some difficulties. But the Boy Scouts will be there, the Girl Scouts will be there. I know the Rescue Squad, the Fire Department, all the veterans. I know some of the organizations will also be walking, the Rotary Club, the Elks. I believe the Grand Marshal is, does anyone know?
Simon, yes.
Who?
Cy Masser.
Okay, Cy Masser will be the Grand Marshal. So we want to encourage all of our residents to participate not only in the memorial service, but also to line the routes for the parade to support and honor our fallen veterans as well as our current veterans. It's always a fantastic day. We'll end up down at Our Lady of Lourdes Church for a nice picnic for the veterans. It's always a great event, so I encourage everyone to participate. Okay, so we're gonna have a short exec tonight, whereas
Audience
the...
participation, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, audience participation, anyone, please? Robin?
Robin?
Al, that's the only audience I see. Our young reporter, you sure you don't want to come up and...
I do have a question about the electronics.
Sure.
Sure.
You take air conditioners? Because of the Freon?
It's not on this list. Thanks.
Okay, so we'll close the audience participation portion. Now, whereas the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey permits the public to be excluded from certain matters to be discussed by the governing body, and whereas the mayor and council desire to discuss litigation, contracts, and personnel, which are matters where the exclusion of the public is permitted, and whereas public disclosure of the results of this discussion will be made as soon as the matters discussed have been resolved by the governing body of the Borough of Mountainside. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the aforesaid matter shall be discussed in closed session. I guess it's a little bit of litigation, contracts, and personnel. So we need a motion to go into exec.
So moved.
We have a second? Okay, we're gonna go to exec, okay?